Hey guys, how is everyone? Are we ready? We're so ready. Lemon, Trist, Death, Chief, thanks for the host as always, my man. How's everyone's day going so far? Thanks, Lemon. Woohoo! Hi, Omat. It's your boy. How is the moving going? Oh, it's going good. You should just like take a look around. There's just boxes and wait for it. Oh, more boxes.
I'll say hi.
Oh, okay. Betty says she'll say hi. Oh, there's Betty and Posh. Okay, that's where our house is at, guys.
Oh.
That's it. Last stream. Craziness. Trist, thanks for the biddies, man. I know I'm excited, guys. I haven't heard anything back from Twitch about it, so someone has to like take a screenshot of it if they see it around 4. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mikey. What's up, guys? And Rush. Hello, my good man. Lemon wants your wrought iron plant stand in the corner. Yeah, all of the boxes for Sammy to lift. When is it 4 for me? In an hour and a half. 1.5 more hours. Oh, Matt, just go have a nap and then come back. Okay, guys, so usually it's Travel Tuesday, but we're just gonna stay right here. There's no reason that we should go anywhere else, so let's make some like good old Canadian food. We're gonna use some amazing Alberta beef, as you can see the beast back there, and some mashed taters, and just some simple honey glazed carrots and green beans. Easy peasy. Welcome in, Mikey. Thanks for the follow, man. That's okay, Mama. You were dragged in here. Well, welcome in. Welcome on in, Rush. Thanks for the follow. Okay, and strawberry rhubarb muffins for dessert. Rhubarb is from the farm. Like, look how small the little stalks are. Super excited. This is like one of the first batches. So I was like, I need to make something with that. Something delicious. It's okay, Omat. You know I never get mad. He's a student. The only thing that matters is that you guys are here as often as you can be. Okay, so timeline for today. The prime rib roast takes the longest to make. So it will take around 3 hours to cook it at around 300 Fahrenheit. And then it needs to rest for at least 20 minutes before we carve into it later. So that will be done relatively early on in the stream. Hey, Rush Girl. How are you? Okay, and then after that, both the mashed potatoes and the vegetables should not take more than 30 minutes to prepare each. I mean, each of those things, but as the potatoes are boiling, you can prep your veg, right? So keep that in mind. There is quite a bit of time to work with though, since the roast will be in the oven pretty much the whole time. And lastly, the muffins will take about 35 minutes to make, and we'll do those first so we don't have to fool around with the oven later on when the beef is cooking. So you don't want to screw that up at all. So the meal will not take more than 3 hours, meaning everything can be prepped while the roast is cooking. So pretty easy. I would do this meal on like a Sunday if you guys want to cook it for yourselves. Unless you are somehow like me and have a bunch of free time in the afternoon. Yes, Mama, it's jamma time. I always say, stop. It's pajama time. Elvin didn't move yet. Not yet. Starting on Thursday. It's coming up quick. Okay, so ingredients. Obviously, we need a massive piece of beef roast. And this has the ribs still in it. So I think there's only 2. Typically, they start with the 2 ribs, and then you can actually get up to 7. So this is how big it is. And it is 2.4 kilos for $26. Oh, Matt. Trist gifted a sub to you. Thanks, guys. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning. Elvin with the sub. Thanks so much. The heck is happening? This is a great start already, my peeps. Love you. I seriously did miss you guys yesterday. I was like, this feels weird. Okay, so obviously that's the roast. All I'm doing to season it is just gonna rub it with some Dijon mustard and then salt and pepper. That's it. Let the meat speak for itself. We'll put some flavoring into our mashed potatoes and to the veg instead. Chief lies. Okay, for potatoes, you'll need about 2 pounds of russets. This is gonna make about 8 servings though, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna make some pretty big portions today. And then I always like to start with butter in my potatoes, quite a bit of it. Don't skimp on that. I typically don't put milk, but I do like adding sour cream or like a buttermilk to it. So we'll do about 1/3 cup of that, and then about 1/2 cup of shredded Gruyere cheese. And then just some chives that are going to be chopped up. Super simple. I don't think I've ever made Gruyere mash. I've done brie and a couple other different kinds. So this is going to be a first as well. What's cooking today, Mikey? We're doing a roast beef dinner. Okay, our herb and honey glazed carrots and green beans. So obviously you need some carrots. You need some nice French green beans. And then for the glaze, just some butter and honey, equal parts. And then I picked thyme, rosemary, and sage from the garden right before the stream. And probably we're gonna use a little bit of lemon zest to kind of freshen it up as well. And then just some salt and pepper. Easy peasy. Hey Panda, it's been forever, man. Does this mean your house and everything is fixed? Did I say buttermilk and mash? Yes, I did. Panda, I wasn't on yet. 1.5 more hours. And for the muffin recipe, I'm just gonna quickly post it in chat for you guys, but it is in Discord as well if you miss it. And then we'll kind of go through our order of prep and carry on. R.I.P. Panda. It's still not fixed. Well, I'm glad you're back in here though. Yes, Trist, your pesto pasta. I'm sure that will be sometime next week. Okay, order of prep. So make a double recipe of muffins, but we're just gonna start by baking 1 batch off because they bake for about 25 minutes and we don't wanna waste too much time with the muffins in the oven for our roast beef to cook. So I'll portion out the other ones after they come out and I'll just bake them after stream. So that's okay. We'll just keep the batter in the fridge, in the muffin tins. Yeah, you have, Mikey. Cookery's good stuff. She's my fellow Canadian cooking streamer. Okay, after that, we will prep our prime rib as the muffins are in the oven. So like I said, mustard, salt, and pepper, that's it. And you notice that I pulled out the roast already because that's gonna cook a lot better if it's kind of at a more room temperature than being still super cold right out of the fridge. It'll kind of allow the muscles to just relax a little bit and it'll end up actually being more tender. Yes, Panda, I know. I honestly don't know what to expect, guys, so bear with me today. Oh, she wasn't on tonight as the power's cut. Boo! Yeah, luckily I have not had any trees fall down while I've been streaming or planned to stream, so that's good. Okay, so around 3:30, we will put our roast in. So I kind of have my timeline laid out today just in case things do get a little bit crazy later on. I put all my times in so I don't lose track of anything. So 3:30, the roast is gonna go in 300 Fahrenheit for about 1.5 hours, and then we'll check it at that point. So that'll be around 5, right? And that will give us about an hour left to kind of fool around with it. If it's too under, we'll turn up the oven a bit. If it seems like it's cooking too fast, we'll turn it down. That way we'll still be able to eat it right at 6 o'clock. We got some things raised during the stream, Matt. The dongers are raised and the swards are ready. Okay, so when the roast goes in, then we can prep our carrots and beans. These have to be blanched first, so we'll go over the blanching process again because I know you guys loved it so much last time. And then those will just sit aside in the ice water while we prep our kind of onion herb glaze, and then we'll prep our potatoes up for boiling, and then grate the cheese, measure out our butter, sour cream, and chop our chives so everything is ready for our mash later on. And hopefully that brings us up to 5 o'clock where we'll check our roast at that time. Talk about the prime rib cut a little bit at that point if there's time. And 10 after 5, we will start boiling our potatoes because we're about 40 minutes out of eating at that point. And then I think we'll taste the muffins a little bit later on because we'll have more time. And then 5:30, mashed potatoes. So those would have been boiling for about 20 minutes. 5:40, take out the roast because like I said, it has to sit and rest for about 20 minutes before we even carve it. That'll keep all those juices nice inside there. 5:45, about 15 minutes left. That's when we'll quickly make up our honey glaze. It shouldn't take too long to come together in the pan. And then the veggies just have to get tossed into that and warmed up. 6 o'clock, carve and plate up and have a taste of everything. Hello, Anye. Welcome in, man. Hope your week has been good so far. Elvin, you're stuck at work. No. I know, Nick. Roast beast for the last stream in this kitchen. Thanks, Mikey. I mean, I like to make it easier for you guys so it's not as scary to make this stuff at home. That's the whole point of this. So, shall we get started? Let's make some muffins up. I do have to quickly just chop up the rhubarb real quick. Oh, Matt. These thick eyebrows from Frank Basash. I don't have my board in front of me right now, guys, because I have our little mixer set up today. I know we're going to get a little bit wild and whip it up over here in a bit. Yeah, dessert first, always. Always, lemon. So let me just trim off the ends of this. Is it the rhubarb leaves that are poisonous to dogs?
Yes.
Okay, guys, so rhubarb leaves are poisonous to dogs. Don't ever give your dog that.
Don't give her any at all.
None at all, Betty says. Even though they think they want it, they should not have it. And then I'm just going to wash these up first. What made me decide to stream? I mean, Sam and I talked about it for a while, saying that I should really start trying it. And this was when I still was like the pastry chef and sous chef at this other restaurant where we worked together. And then believe it or not, so I'm sure most of you know Ninja. So his girlfriend or wife, Ghosty, I started watching her doing her cooking streams. And I was like, man, like I can easily do this from home. And so eventually I kind of just worked my way out of my job and decided to do something new. I mean, you're never gonna know unless you take the chance, right? Rhubarb leaves are poison to people. I think so unless you cook them. So I only need a cup of these rhubarb pieces. So that's all I'm gonna cut up for now. I'm gonna do them like, since they are so small, we'll just keep them a nice size there. Run, Mikey, before you get a slap. Nope. Nope. Oh, the smell. Okay, that is good. So I still have about half left. Did anyone else ever like pick rhubarb fresh out of the garden and just dip it in sugar and eat it? Ugh, I can just imagine the taste of it right now. So sour and sweet. Tofu is poison. Oh, Matt. Okay. Just looking at my recipe. So where we start, oven needs to go to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And it says first we're going to make our streusel. So this gets a nice pecan / nut streusel. And since I'm doing double recipe, let me just get my bowl here. We need half a cup of nuts. And I don't think I have like half a cup of pecans straight, so I'm gonna buff it out with some walnuts instead. And then just kind of crumble them up, but let's see. It's close, it's close. It's not gonna hurt to put some walnuts in there either though. Yeah, Anya, you had fresh rhubarb and sugar. So good. 4 p.m. will be midnight there, Rush. My man, well, try and stay up as long as you can, but if you fall asleep, don't feel bad. Are they toasted? They are. But at the same time, you probably don't need them pre-toasted because they're gonna bake in the oven, right? Oh God, Mikey, what have you done? Oh man, Trist. Watch out for those old ladies. Don't mess with their rhubarb. That's a fact. You're gonna feel pretty awake? Okay, Rush. Sounds good. Yeah, pre-toasting might burn them. because these do bake for quite a while, like 25 minutes. I'm guessing the batter is going to be quite dense though, and heavy. Doggo's going to be scared in the new house? I don't think so. Might take her a bit to like kind of settle into it, but she won't be scared because we're going to be there with her. I think she'll be just fine. Okay, so nice pieces of nuts like that. I need a little bit of melted butter. He is bad to you, Mama. You invited him here. So 4 teaspoons of melted butter. Let's eyeball that one. Let's just be honest. Chef Mike is gonna do the work for us. So pretty much you just need enough butter to kind of bind the nuts and the sugar together. Next in, half a teaspoon of cinnamon and then half a cup of brown sugar. Vune, how was the stream today? I know, that's so weird, hey Anye? But like, I mean, I was gonna stream on Monday instead, but when I got the email, I think it was Saturday morning, I was like, well, it doesn't make sense for me to do Monday and try and skip Tuesday. But yeah, super pumped about how things turned out. Going out with a bang. You guys, what is the Bob's holder? Oh no, Vune, you got nervous. You got this, man. Don't be nervous. Don't let your nerves get the best of you. Okay, we're just gonna mix this up. It smells amazing already. And then this is just gonna be divided between all the muffins. So keep in mind, we're doing double batch. So make sure you can split it between like 24 muffins easily, right? Yum. Okay, that's happiness. When do I return? Hopefully next week. Everything's good to go. Hoping on Monday. But we'll see, guys. I'll keep you guys informed, of course. So next up, streusel is done. In a mixer, combine really yogurt, oil, and eggs. So you need a cup of yogurt.
Do you want me to share it? Okay.
And you could also use sour cream for this. So either plain Greek yogurt or sour cream. And this is gonna help keep the muffin really nice and moist. I would always choose like a cake or a muffin batter that has sour cream over one that doesn't. Trust, guys, trust. Some people's dogs have not been raised right. This is the last stream that will have to hear it. It's bittersweet, guys. It's bittersweet. Oh my God, song request. I'm not ready for your song requests, oh Matt. Not even close. Okay, we got our eggies. So 2 eggies. Holy! Look who's in here. What's up, Bran? It's been too long. Thanks for the host, Mikey. Got our ducky eggs going in here. I picked the smaller ones out of the carton. And oil. Okay, sweet. So 1/2 cup of vegetable oil as well. And then this, it says, mix well and set aside, and then whisk together the flour, brown sugar, baking soda, and salt. And then it says you add the wet to the dry, but I think I'm just gonna add the dry to the wet, just so I can make less dishes, because I kind of packed a bunch of stuff up already. Polsh, what's up, guys? Bran, how's the day? Vegetable oil in. So obviously that's going to help to keep the muffins moist as well. Let's start it. Oh, every time. Almost forget to plug it in. And you know what? Just a splash of vanilla, because this is not in the recipe. I don't know what is wrong with people, but this is needed 100%. Whip it. Oh my God, Polish, you're gonna start, man? This is Interstellar. Well, that's mixing up nice. Smooth. Okay, we got no lumps. That's good. This is a big mixer. Yay, it's a good one. It's a good one, Mikey. Go into my Amazon gear on my channel page and check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna do strawberries and rhubarb into it next, and then I'll put the dry stuff in. I think that will work out the best. And these strawberries, just gonna give them a quick little chop up in here. Kind of breaking them up into smaller pieces. And these ones weren't fresh. I'm using frozen strawberries for this, but they are thawed. Yum. Just trying to get them incorporated. Good. You're cooking on stream, Mikey? I didn't know that you streamed, man. Okay. So we need 1 1/3, or sorry, we need to double that. So 2 2/3 of a cup of flour. Corner. Try and get it all in the mixing bowl. How about that? Sounds good, Mama. You have a great night. Thanks for being here. What's the verdict on the spiralizer? Is that the one that's like massive? That has like a stand and stuff on it? Because that one is good. I put that one in there because it works. I've used it before in like professional kitchens. Chicken pot pie. Nice, Mikey. What's up, Feeding Frenzy? Okay, flour's done. Onto our brown sugar. One teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. And we are good to go. Okay, guys. Slowly mix that until everything's incorporated. I don't want to over mix it. One more turnaround. But she be thick. That's it, guys. It smells really, really good already. Oh man, Kev. You forgot your password. Well, that's no good. I'm glad you're back though, man. Okay, let's try and mash this out of here. We got some thick batter. But I said it was gonna be like this. Other than all the sugar, I think these would be great for breakfast. kind of tastes like a strawberry milkshake. That's what it tastes like, guys. Am I doing Yorkshires? I'm not, Rush. Sadly, I'm not. I don't think I'd be able to do them without the smoke detector going off in here. And I thought that would not be wise to do that on today's stream. Okay, let's take this apart. Mixer comes out. And we just have to scoop it into our muffin tin, which we're gonna line with papers anyway, so it's gonna stay nice and clean. You don't have to worry about spraying the pan, none of that. What? That's awesome, Kev. Time for summer. So what we gotta do is just line our muffin tin here with the paper in each one. From lurker to stalker. Yes, Lemon. And you're gonna want to use your large baking cups for this. Sometimes you might get two papers. They like to stick together. Good night, Mikey. Thanks for checking in. And we're pretty much right on time because these are going to take about 25 minutes to bake, it said. And then the roast has to go in at 3:30. So we're doing good still. We haven't fallen behind yet. Like how I said yet. What am I making exactly? I just made up the mix for strawberry rhubarb muffins. Yeah, I hate cleaning these pans, hey? The worst. The muffins. And it says to fill these about 2/3 of the way full. Because obviously they will expand. So something like that, I think, looks good. Like the color of the batter is not super appealing, but I know the flavor is going to be amazing. That is so awesome, Kev. Was it fun? Kind of like cooking under pressure like that? Do you feel like you learned a lot of stuff from that class? I think I put a little too much in that one. Pushing limits, as always. You guys know how it is here. Lemon with the fun facts. I know I haven't gone over anything yet. Believe me though, I have like 5 tabs open of stuff that we can go through later on when the roast is cooking. And everything's already been prepped, so I have some topics for chat. We'll be okay. Okay, that one is full. Let's scoop that up before it sticks on. So we have that much batter left. I'm just gonna put it into the fridge while these bake. There's our little close-up. Seriously tastes like a strawberry milkshake. So I'm pretty excited for this. Okay, going in. Let's set our timer for 20 minutes and then check them at that point. Sweet. Just gonna do, oh wait, guys, I'm not on point. We forgot the streusel. Not the streusel. Okay, so just a nice little dollop of that stuff. Oh, that one has a bunch. And then that's gonna melt and get like all crunchy and delicious as it bakes. Pretty excited for it. Yum. An adult cooking show? Let's do it. Okay, now that looks good. Okay, carrying on. Man, I don't filter your comments. I just only talk when I need to talk. You guys can chat amongst each other. I don't care. Oh, I've seen that pasta, Tristan. Usually girls get it for like their bachelorette parties. Let's get into the booth. You ate it. Yeah, you did. Mods won't stop you. Good to know. Cranberry rhubarb pie. Whoo! Yeah, that would be tart and sweet and delicious. Okay, let's get into this meat. Friendswithmeat.com. So we will need a baking tray with a metal rack on it to roast this like really proper. But if you don't have this, a baking pan will work okay as well. But I would recommend it this way. That way it'll just get like nicely roasted on all sides. Do rhubarb beers exist? Yes. One of my favorite beers from the brewery that I used to work with was rhubarb. I think it was a rhubarb wit beer. Really, really, really good and refreshing. And then also they do like strawberry rhubarb apple ciders or ciders, and it's so, so good. Lemon, you clicked. No friends with meat found. Wow, there's no friends with meat? Well, we're the first ones then. Okay, let's get this out of the bag. Try and keep all of the blood in it. And that is what we're looking at. So the only thing I'm kind of concerned about is we need to flatten it back out so we can cook it on its ribs. And having this fat cap on top is really, really important because that's going to help kind of seal in all the juices. So let's just pat this off. That way the mustard will stick on really nice. And yeah, like I said, there is 2 full bones there. Prime rib roast. And then this piece on the end is called the rib cap. This is the really, really good piece. So whenever you're looking for prime rib, make sure it has like a nice thick piece of this on the outside, because that's the most expensive part of the ribeye is the outside. I mean, obviously that's going to be really nice and tender, but this is your money. So literally pick through your meat until you find the right one. Yeah, the sour is real for sure. Cut the skin and fat off. That would destroy this piece of meat. Are you crazy, man? What is the round center part called? That's the rib eye. Like, that's literally the eye of the rib eye. So, good question. Let's get some mustard. And you guys don't have to use Dijon. You can use just good old French's yellow. And don't worry, it's not gonna stay yellow when you roast it. Just gonna help create that really nice crust. Yes, Rook, welcome in. We're making that mustard base, or a crust, for our prime rib today. You guys can put herbs into this as well if you want. It's really up to you. So let's just give it a little massagey. We'll do it on all sides. Like I said, it's not going to flavor the meat. As much as you probably won't want to believe me if anyone hates mustard, but Sammy fully eats this and he hates mustard. So that's a good kind of comparison to make. And then I'm gonna season this on the roasting pan, just so I don't have to move it after it's seasoned, because that'll kind of wreck the crust, right? We don't want to touch it too much after we've built that up. I know, Rook, it works so good, hey? That's how we usually do our briskets as well. Let's do it this way. So flatten it back out. And then this plate is gone. Just kind of fantastic. We have 9 minutes left on our muffins, so we're doing good still. Mustard finger giveaway. I mean, if you really want to. Big mustard meat. I'm happy that you guys could hear the rubbing of it. Wise words always. Really? Meat massage is a dead link? I'm shocked. So obviously we need a really, really good coating of salt and pepper here, because we can't season the inside of the meat right now. And it is really thick. Yeah. Betty has asked me before I continue to just put some foil on the bottom of the pan. And that's gonna help us cleaning it later. So we'll quickly do that. Betty's thinking ahead. She says, I don't want to clean that ish. No. It's true, Death. So kind of go at an angle if you can to get the other side kind of salted, or throw it on. So what does the mustard do? I mean, it helps just create a really nice crust, Nick. And kind of keep all the juices in. So it'll kind of bind with the salt and pepper. How many pounds is the roast? It's 2.4 kilos. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like spank the salt on. Falling off. That better be sugar. You're crazy, Trist. Why would I put sugar on roast beef? And I think that's enough for now. And then I pulled out the flake salt for later on. And once I carve it, if I feel like it needs a little bit more, then I'll use that. And that way it's nice and light, and you won't really crunch down on it. So that's the key there. R.I.P. to anyone new. Oh, just wait, Trist. Just wait. This is $100 roast here, Rook. You know what I paid for it? $26. It was on sale for like 10 bucks off a kilo though. So that's why we were like, we are scooping this up, because that's a kind of a rarity. I like how it has this lean here. I'm gonna use a piece of rhubarb to prop up the pan. Yeah. Don't forget the lemon pepper. Trist, sadly, that will not be going on here. Yeah, 26 doll hairs, guys. That's all it costs. Okay. That is lovely. So just under 5 minutes. Holy smokes. Muffin explosion in there, guys. Exploded. Just wait till you see them. They look so good though. You want the roast, you're coming over. I accept stages with open arms, that's a fact. P.S. How was your dinner with your girlfriend the other night, Alvin? Sammy, hello, welcome. Beef West Coast prices are crazy. Yeah. That's insane. You're new. Welcome in then. The eyebrows. What happened? Okay, so that's done. Let me get my book back in front and we'll start to kind of check off our prep list as we go. So double recipe of muffins, done. Bake them, pretty much done. Prep the prime rib, done. What did I say? 3:30 it's going in, so pretty much right on time. Pumped. It's going well so far, guys. And those muffins do look pretty good. So let's go in with our carrots. Sammy, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Oh my god, it's Finster. Guys, he's alive. I'm so pumped right now, man. We've been missing you. Does Betty have the beautiful felt brows too? No, I got him from Frank. Got him from Frank, Trist.
Seriously, Tristan, you've seen me how many times?
Yeah, all of the butter, Finster. It's true, it's true. Okay, 2 minutes, but we can start peeling carrots. Posh is ready. Are you ready? Come here. Are you ready? She's ready. No, it's not time for that yet. Hey, down. What was that? She's like, last day of stream. I have to push my limits, guys. This crazy one. It's one long ass carrot. It's true. Crazy organic carrots. Transfer to my forehead. Oh, Matt, I love it. It's accurate though. These eyebrows would make a great mustache. Careful with the punctuation, never. Never ever. Okay, let's cut the ends off. Those can be doggo snacks. So, Death, What are you cooking today, man? Do I just cook on this? I do, Sammy, I do. That's it. Just over 3 months now. Yeah. Okay, no booty shot. Oh, dropping the oven mitt. What the heck, Rook? Come on out. Really, Sammy? Welcome in then. It's always good having new peeps. Here's our massive muffins. I think they might need a couple more minutes, but they look so good. Nah, it's still soft in the middle. Let's do like 3 more minutes. And then we'll just take them out and let them kind of finish baking outside of the oven. Because we need the roasting. Yeah, we got some thick muffins. Thanks, guys. I know, I'm excited to eat one later. You guys are bad. It's true. Okay, how do we want to cut our carrots today? You missed drilling over the screen? Well, I'm glad you're back, Finster. Okay, let's cut these in half just so they're a little bit easier to work with. It's still rolling away on me. That's what makes it dangerous. Oh, you guys. No fighting over links. Okay, I'm just trying to decide how I want to cut my carrots up today. You know what? Where is Butt? Well, she's super sick. Like, her whole fam jam's sick. Let's do it like this. So we'll do one cut this way, one cut that way. That way you get weird little pieces like that. Obviously, when it's thicker, you need to go a little bit shorter, right? And then obviously these will blanch a little bit longer than the green beans, just because carrot takes a bit longer to cook. So we'll keep that in mind later. I know, I forget what this is called too, limping. I mean, I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but it is fun to cut like this. I don't know about that one. I might just have to eat it. Chickadee China, welcome. Yeah, crossed faces. Is that actually what it's called, Rook? Is that legit? That carrot's delicious, by the way. Hello. Those are some nice muffins. Let's put them over here to cool off. Goodbye, rhubarb. And now we just gotta turn down our oven to 300. It's gonna beep. And put that guy in. And then we'll set our timer for an hour and a half. Is 4 p.m. going to be normal? We'll see. We'll see. We're getting there. Goodbye, roast beast. So we need 90 minutes. It is set. The muffs look great. Thanks, guys. Lowest one on front page has 45. Sweet. How many do they have going? They said they were going to do one other person with me during my slot. Yeah, we should Finster. Let's keep count. Let's keep an eyebrow count. Guys, I just stopped my chat for a sec. I'm gonna have to catch up. I clicked the wrong thing. Uno minuto. There's 7 on the front page. Oh God, what have I done? Technical difficulties. Butts here. I don't know why, but I can't get back to my dashboard. Okay, we're just gonna roll like this then. We be rolling. Get ready for the trolls at 4. I know. I know. Okay, I'm running around and the cupboards are empty. Just this. I found it, guys. The bowl. I found it. Sounds good, Omat. Hey, Butt. I'm glad you came. You have a good sleep, bud. We'll let you know how it is tomorrow. Your throat is completely raw and you have a bad headache. R.I.P. Butt. R.I.P. I'm sad for you. You know what? I think we need another carrot. I'm gonna go get one more carrot real quick. That's all good, Anya. Don't worry, man. I know it's late for you guys. We will be okay. We know this. Yeah, keep it thirsty. Thick and thirsty. Sounds good, Lemon. What's up, Yahtzee? Pumped that you made it in here too. You've been on vacay again? So this is the last stream in this kitchen, Yahtzee, meaning we are moving to the new place on Thursday. So I'm not streaming tomorrow because we're getting like kind of cleaned up and everything like that. And then Friday, we get possession of the new place. So that's how she's gonna go. Oh no. These feel awesome. Good looking muffs. Stream of us eating takeout? Probably. Yeah, all 4 of us are moving. So Sam and I have a suite in the walkout basement with a kitchen already. So that's where I'll be streaming from, and then my parents will be upstairs. Okay, so these beans already come like pretty much cleaned. The only thing, I always still watch because there is usually still a stem or 2 that have to be taken off before you process them any further. So just go through them. And you can also pick through if some of them look like they're going bad, just take them out. But these beans are usually pretty good when I buy them. And Posh does love beans. I know, beaners, let's try one. They're pretty good, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna use the whole second bag. Elvin, I should. How to professionally order takeout. Boom. Now we got our bowl of veg ready. Okay, that can just be put aside. Let us prep our pot for blanching. So we need to fill it with, we can do hot water to start, and then some salt, and let that come up to a boil. Destin, Florida. Sweet. So this is going to be the blanching pan. And then obviously the other pot is going to be used for the mashed potatoes. Oh my god, Yahtzee. Sounds amazing. Amazing. Why do I blanch and not steam the veggies? Well, I don't really have a steamer contraption here, Rook. And typically when you go to like glaze a vegetable, that's why I blanch it first. Just so that it is crisp, like it is still tender, but it still has that crunch. And that way it kind of soaks up the glaze later on when you toss it all together. And I don't want to get too much color on the veg either because I want them to stay nice and bright. So blanching is going to help that. Is Posh excited for the move? I don't know if she's excited yet. She doesn't know where she's going. But she's been pretty antsy lately. She She definitely knows we're going somewhere. She doesn't like when all the boxes and stuff are out, so she knows something is up. Your next vacation is gonna be there? I wanna go to Florida. Definitely cutting it close with the salt jar today, guys. And it is packed, so we will use it wisely. You don't have a passport and you can't go to the US Virgin Islands anymore. What? How come you don't have a passport, my dude? Okay, prep carrots and beans, done. Now we will wait for our pan to come up to a boil, so just switch around the pan a little bit here. Yeah. They make you have a passport now? Well, shoot. Okay, we can prep our butter, honey, and herb glaze while we're waiting. I think I'll leave the butter out for now and just put it into the pan later on, but we can kind of mix the herbs in with the honey. Maybe it'll take up some flavor. Delish. But you've never been out of the US? Holy smokes, girl. Well, I'm sure you'll go traveling a bit with your kiddos, hey? When they get a bit older. Here's all the little herbies that I picked today. So we got our thyme, rosemary, and a little bit of sage. Because sage is really strong, so I only used a little bit of that. Yeah, you guys should go to Mexico. They have a blast at the resorts there. Oh, God. I think that'll be enough. That is some good honey. Yeah, that's for you, Trist. Yeah, bee barf. Yes. Roast is smelling good. So we need to just pick our herbs off and give them a good little chop. Beeswax is pretty much bee fat. Have you ever thought about that? I know, bees are amazing. Like seriously, the smallest little sage leaves. Look at that little guy. Yeah, we like beef fat then. We're into it. I'm sorry, vegans. Get into our rosemary. Fried sage is the bomb. Good call. What, Tristan? No, vegan people can't have honey, Finster. It's true, Elvin. I'm not actually sorry. But yeah, beekeeping is awesome. I went out once in a bee suit before. It was fun. Kind of scary, but I never got stung or anything. Fried squash is awesome too. Yeah, fried squash with fried sage. Now that is a combo. Add some cheese in there and everyone's happy. So we are chopping these herbs pretty fine, just so we don't get like one single bite down on a piece of rosemary and then it just overpowers your whole mouth or palate. They can have agave though. Yeah, agave is actually pretty good. I think I've bought like one bottle of it in my life and now I just stick to honey. It's a hard no, Finster? How come? And then before we start blanching, we also need to create our ice bath for our veg. Tastes like aspartame? What? What?
I'm with them. I think that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Betty's with you. I didn't really notice a taste in it. It was just super sweet. Sweet and sticky. I let the muffins cool in the pan. Yeah. They sweat off their liners. Well, I guess we'll see, Lemon. Might have fudged it up. Now you're in the back of my head. And I'm like, what have I done? The muffins don't deserve that. Okay, herbage. Honey herbage, done. I don't know if we can really mix this up. Smells amazing. Done. So that will go into the pan with equal parts of butter later on, and it'll kind of make like a caramel. Too much fat, maybe. I don't know, Lemon. That looks all right to me. They didn't sweat nothing. Except now I want to eat one of those. So I'm just gonna fill this bowl with some ice and then water. And that's what we will put our veg into after they're done blanching. We only deal in pound bricks here. Yeah. So you need the water cold enough so that it will stop cooking the veg right when you take it out of the water. That is key. So you don't want soggy veg. We only deal with pounds of bacon or pork belly. I like that one, Rick. I agree with that fully. 3 limited edition lemon donuts. Nice, Tris. Will they taste a taste? Exactly, Finster. No limp beans here. Guys, 2 minutes until it starts. Ice bath is prepared. Let's just put it over here. And then to take them out, suppose I will use tongs. And then this little strainer for the carrots. 2 minutes till the drop. If you want a lemon, don't eat the donut. That's brutal, Tris. It tasted not good. Okay, let's start with our beans. These should only take about 2 minutes to blanch, and you'll notice that they are going to turn really nice and green. And only put enough into the pan so that they're fully covered. The paper's ready for the brow comments. Yeah, I mean, let's just welcome all the new peeps in, if anyone even comes in. We're ready. Oh, it's okay, but just try and eat as many veggies as you can, obviously. We're on the front page. What's up, guys? Okay, beans, about 1 more minute. Oh, God. We're already at 600 pretty much. Blind Fate with the follow. Mysterious Gamer. Are we ready for all of these? What's up, everyone? Woohoo! The hype is real. It's your first time on Twitch. Welcome in. I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry, Reaper. But I'm straight marinated. Okay, beans are almost there. Let's just turn this back up to high. They're about 30 seconds away. Welcome, welcome everyone. I'll try and stay with all the followers as best as I can. Tommy, Pangera, Nodder, Blind Fate, Audacity, Turban Man, welcome. How's everyone's day so far? I think I've seen her before, but I'm not going to say bad things. Everyone has their own style. Thank you for the compliments, though. Zephyr. My girl, thank you. Okay, so for these beans, real quick. So they have a little bit of bend in them. They're still crunchy. So let's get those out of the water into the ice bath. And that way they won't go soggy on us. No limp beans. And then we'll wait for the water to come back up to a boil before we put more veg into it. And it's crazy to say, but the roast has already been in for half an hour, guys. Okay, so we'll let those cool down. Let's catch up with some peeps. Scotty, your son doesn't know how to put icing on Cinnarolls. I mean, there's no really specific way. Just take your spoon, dip it into the icing, and swish it on if you want. Or if you have a piping bag, you can kind of just squirt it onto the top in a nice swirl. This is insane, guys. I know, I'm going to try and keep up. Seriously, thanks everyone for all of the love. This is amazing. Death with the biddies, Trist. This is your third stream you watched ever. Well, thanks for being in here with me. I am a god at cooking. Thanks, Jeremiah. Okay, bye.
See you in a bit. Good luck.
Guys, Betty's out. It's just me and Posh here.
Help her, you guys.
Holding down the fort.
Help her.
Oh, Matt. Okay, I'm going to try and catch up with the follows as our water is coming back up to a boil. Never Bloomed. Turcrypti. Scabs. Welcome in. I'm a pro chef. Happy cooking, Scott. Good luck with those Cinnarolls. Sounds good. Vune, thanks for the biddies. This is your first cooking stream. Well, welcome in, guys. Honestly, I'm very, very honored to be featured right now. And I'm glad that everyone's checking me out. Especially for our prime rib dinner tonight. Sounds good, Mysterious Gamer. You have a great night. HPX. This is my first cooking stream too. Never seen a cooking stream. Well, here you are. Okay, water is almost there, guys. And then we'll probably do like 2 more rounds. We'll finish off the beans by themselves and then put all the carrots in. And the carrots will probably take about 5 to 7 minutes to blanch properly, which means they're gonna be tender, but they still have a little bit of crunch because we're gonna finish cooking them with the glaze later on. Fiery Brit, Dark Knight Assassin, Huluf, a Pirogun, Matthew, Ezekiel. Thank you for the follows. I know this is the right time to show the roast, but oh Matt, I mean it's only been in for about half an hour. I suppose it's looking okay. Do all my peeps want to see some meat? Yeah, we got our muffins. We got dessert already done. So these beauties, which we'll have a little taste of them later. A little pre-dinner snack. And so far the meat hasn't done much, guys. It has just like a little crust on it so far. But you can kind of see how the mustard rub is kind of starting to soak in there. So if I turn the pan to this side, so you can kind of see how it's absorbing into the meat, and then that's going to make that really nice dark brown outer layer that you want. Yeah, we need the meat. Was the duck a hit? Yes, the duck curry was amazing. I can't believe you remembered that. So I'm going to put this back in, and then we'll see how it kind of transforms over the next hour. And then probably around 5:30, this is going to come out. And then we'll call it a day. Is there no Yorkies? There's no Yorkies. I'm sorry, guys. But our smoke alarm in here is really annoying. And for Yorkies, you need to kind of like smoke your oil if you're going to do them. And I didn't want to set that alarm off today on stream, even though it would be really entertaining. Like 100%, that would have been great. The beef is being roasted. Can I mail some? I wish. I get asked that so much, Blue Moon. Yeah, unless you want food poisoning. Of course I could. Okay. Alexander. Palapa. Butt Crusty. Melted Player. Dez. Cryptic. Domino. Sadly Amused. Gibbons. Jess T. He. I'm not saying that one after that, because that's obviously a troll. Little Piggy Archer. Welcome in, everyone. There is 2 blue moons? No. Okay, all you newbies. So I don't know if anyone's checked out my channel page yet, but I have all my socials on there. So I'm super active on Instagram. It's one of my like favorite outlets. I think I have a little knack for like food photography. So if everyone also wants to go give me a follow on there, that would be amazing. And that's pretty much my portfolio for every single meal that I've cooked on stream so far. And I do requests for people that donate and cheer. So at the end of every week, I go through the top donator and the top cheer, and they are able to request a meal for me to make on stream the following week. And so far it's been super fun. I already have all of my requests set for next week. We have some apple crisp in the works. We have a pesto chicken pasta. It's not roast beef without Yorkshire pudding. A lot of people do say that, but I beg to differ. I think my side dishes will work just great. Have I made any steak? Oh, I've made some steaks. I've made some steaks. Thanks for the bits, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna finish up with all the new follows and then let's blanch off some carrots. Okay, King, Jojo Petro, Ashuli, Skim, G the Yeti, Miss Chrissy, and Butt Chrissy with the 1 bit. Welcome in, guys. Oh my god, I came. Everyone thinks you're a troll. Oh, well, thank you for saying that you're not. Because now I don't feel bad for saying your name. Yorkshire? I'm sorry, I'm Canadian. Don't judge me. Just pretend it's dinner, Des. You're fine. Okay, beaners are going in. So I think it took about 3 minutes last time we put these into the water. And you'll kind of start to see them turn a darker color green. Make sure they're all submerged. And I think the beans that are in the ice bath right now, I'm just going to take them out. Because the bowl is a little bit full. So let's do that real quick while we're waiting. Kind of see how I roll over here. And the ice bath is to stop the veg from cooking once it comes out of the boiling water. That way it stays nice and crisp. And you can also notice that the beans didn't go brown on us, right? So that's a key component as well. You saw food and you had to follow? Well, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. This is amazing. Baked eggs. I love baked eggs. I'm glad you think this is interesting. Okay, so let's pour out a little bit of this water and top it up with some more ice real quick. Keeping it cold. Try to avoid splashing water everywhere, though. That shouldn't be part of the process. Dog, hello. The Hunger Service, hello, my dude. I'm glad you're in here. How's it going? Do I know how to make ramen? Funny you asked that. I just made ramen last Monday. I did a pork ramen, and it was amazing. Yes, but thank you. Okay, so let's test one of these beans. It's always easier if you just eat it. Still a little bit crunchy and squeaky. That's exactly what we want. Let's get these out ASAP. We're shocking them in the water. 4 left. Okay, now those are gonna cool off again. We'll let that come back up. I can help your sister because she is, you know, anorexic. I actually am totally willing to help people with meal plans as well, guys. Just so you know. I did have a little stint in competitive bodybuilding a couple years ago, so dieting was a thing back then. Obviously not anymore because I love food too much, which is exactly why I stopped doing that. But if anyone here needs help with meal plans and stuff like that, I am totally willing to do that. KG, sounds good. KG for the win. Oh my God, hunger service. Do I game? I haven't yet, Hulu, but I might plan on doing some gaming when we move. So all you newbies, I am actually moving Thursday, Friday this week. So this is actually my only stream this week. And we're going to be in a total new kitchen. And we're going to be using a PC instead of a MacBook to stream from. So there's going to be a couple changes to the channel as well. Some good little updates. And obviously being in my own space again, I might pull out some gaming streams. I'm sorry, Yahtzee. I told you it was going to get crazy. Kate, catching up with you followers. I think you might have broken Streamlabs, though. Hello, Zelda. Des, what do I know about keto? I've never done keto, but I am familiar with it. Yes, hunger service. I'm pumped for like one of these last meals. I was like, I should just do like a roast beef, like keep it traditional. Okay, Parksman, welcome. Omdog, thanks for the 500 biddies. Brew Rip, Taylor himself, Mike Suma, Dorian BC. Please tell me you're from BC. We love those fellow Canadians. Kits Riders, Qualau, Carabanog, Lewis, and Dark Lord. But deserves a promotion. She's the best, guys. Hunger service, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, man. And you're in here with me? Amazing. Came keto. I know, I've never done keto. Dieting is not really a thing for me anymore. What is the most challenging dish I have attempted? That's a great question. Honestly, I would probably say all of the different kinds of pastas that I've made by hand on stream. Like I've done a couple first. I did like bow ties, the farfalle. That was really fun. Obviously, ravioli is not the easiest thing to make either. But it is a great, great test for me to kind of keep my skills up. Hulu. Can I make fast food? Of course. Of course I can. I mean, that's kind of what being a chef is cooking as much food as you can in the fastest amount of time. It gets a little bit crazy. Aw, what the heck? I always get pumped when it's people's birthdays. Well, I'm going to keep it that way anyways. Yeah, everyone, wish hunger service happy birthday. Thanks, Mike. I know, I do love my Instagram pics. Okay, 2 more minutes. And this water should be good to go. What am I making? I am doing traditional roast beef dinner. So gruyere mashed potatoes. I've never done these before. I've usually do like brie in mashed potatoes, but I think the gruyere will make it like super stringy and cheesy and delicious. And then just some simple honey and butter herb glazed carrots and green beans, which we're prepping for right now. Pork loin and acorn squash tonight. That sounds delicious, Des. 16 away from the follower goal. Yeah, you guys crushed it already. Dirtbag. I completely agree with that statement. Of course, subs should be able to request a dish for their birthdays. And I don't know if you guys saw on my channel page, but this apron is made by Search and Rescue Denim. I have 4 other aprons from them, and they have actually made all of these aprons for me while I was still cooking professionally in kitchens. Obviously, I love wearing them at home. They're super comfortable. Kind of feel like a suit of armor when you're wearing it. Like, almost feel more brave that you're not gonna get burnt or nothing's gonna get spilt on you while you cook. And they are currently making me an apron to give away to you guys on stream. So it's going to have my Cook with Kate logo embroidered on it, and I believe it may be purple to go with the Twitch theme. So if anyone's interested in that, we are about a month out from that, and that's gonna be a sub-only giveaway. And the apron is worth just around $200 Canadian. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm super excited for that. Do I have a recipe for green chili in a crock pot? I could for sure make one up for you, young Popey. Crock pot meals are the best. What's up, Zeke Squirrel? Let's catch up here with some followers, and then we'll blanch off our carrots. Zituti with the follow. Scotch Fueled, Jailbird, King Sousa, Bulksta, Marks, Baby Haley, Armando, LPM, Ezekiel Squirrel, thank you for the follow and the bits. This is awesome, guys. Let's keep it up. Okay, once again, beans are gonna come out of the bowl before we start our carrots, and then we'll top it up with more ice to keep it nice and cool. Do I have a cookbook? Not yet, but since you asked, we do have a Discord channel already, and every single recipe that I make gets posted in the recipe section in our channel. So everything I'm making today, there's already a recipe in there for it. And it kind of works the same if you guys ever want to cook along. Typically I post the recipes in the morning just in case people want to go grab ingredients and cook with me at the same time, which actually just happened last week. We did a breakfast for dinner stream, so I made eggs Benedict with biscuits, and then one of my, I think, subs, where are you, Elvin? Yeah, Elvin cooked them with me at the same time, obviously at his house, so that was pretty cool. That was the first time that ever happened so far. I think that's all the ice, guys. Nuked. When will I make you one? Young Popey, just whisper me right now so I don't forget, and then I will make one up for you. Woohoo, Canadians! You're in Ontario. Nice. I actually have quite a few people that watch me from Ontario. And there's also another cooking streamer from Ontario called Cookery Nation. So if you love cooking streams on Twitch, go check her out. Same with the Hunger Service, who is in here right now. There's a few of us around on Twitch. We do all right. Thanks, Alvin. Bye, dirtbag. There she is. Hello, Cookery. Canada, Saskatchewan checking in. Welcome. Love it. I actually grew up in Edmonton, Alberta for 23 years before I came out to BC. Gotta love those prairies. Do I like country music? I do. I mean, I grew up in the prairies, so I was always a huge fan. Do I want kids? That I'm unsure about, but good question. And do I only speak and understand English? For the most part. I mean, I did take Spanish and French in school, but have not kept up with it at all. Hopefully that answers your questions. What up, weed baby? Cookery, how's it going with the no power situation? Will I be attending TwitchCon? I don't know yet. I mean, I really want to go, but I guess we'll just see if I have enough money when tickets go on sale, because I think that would be a pretty fun road trip to do down the coast. I would totally drive there. Okay, catching up with followers, and then we're gonna blanch carrots. It's gonna happen. Ezekiel, thanks for the sub on YouTube as well. I know we have about 80 videos up there now. Sherry's, Young Popey, Trey Chris, Gavin, Chuchi, Barrowgarn, Troll, Marzuko, Complex, and I Creep. Thanks, guys. Feeling the love today, faux show. Let's do this. Might actually need a quick top up of water first. We're looking a little shallow in that pan. Tris, thanks for the bits, man. Working your way up there. You guys are going to TwitchCon, Cookery? What? We need to see each other there then. Okay, just adding more water to our blanching pan. Try and keep it hot so that you don't have to wait for it to heat up again. Done. I know we should do a cooking streamer meetup. Bands make a dance. TurboTax, you're so hungry. You should cook. Raccoon, you're from Ontario. Amazing. Okay, so to get this boiling faster, I'm just gonna quickly put the lid back on. The roast is looking fab, guys. It's been about half an hour since we checked it last. Hello from Russia. It's not boiling fast enough. I know, let's go, but we can't watch it because it's gonna go slower. You guys know the saying. Show you guys the meat. Okay, we'll do a meat view again. Just give them the meats. They need to see it. This is where we're at so far. Nothing too exciting yet. I mean, our crust is starting to develop, so it's starting to brown just a bit. It's looking amazing. And then with that much salt on top, that's gonna kind of seal in all the moisture as well. And then there was a mustard, so Dijon mustard was rubbed on this first, and then we just did salt and pepper. HPX. Thank you for the 5. 100% appreciate that. See if we can do a close-up. The meatus. You can see all the salt crystals still on there. So those should slowly kind of melt into the meat as it cooks. Yeah, Arby's, wherever you are, you should make your meat like this instead. And just so all you guys know, I'm not going to be really serving anything up until around 6 p.m. So about an hour and a half left until we carve into that beast. I know, we almost crushed that goal. 99%. Insane. Okay, where were we? Homie Claus, Red King, Cool Monster, The Gravy Boat, Fortnite Battle Royale, America, Penguin, Farlon, Bounding Albino, Gen Get Fest, and Skybox. Wakandian, thanks for the host as well. It must smell amazing. Honestly, it does. It's kind of like torture this whole time. Contagion, thank you. Yeah. On today's episode, this beef was brought to you by the Vegans of America. No, we're not mean to vegans here. We accept all. You're here from Ninja's stream? What? No, he didn't. But seriously, guys, that's kind of why I started streaming cooking, is because of Jess. So Jay Ghosty, I always used to watch her stream and cook, and she kind of just inspired me. I was like, if she can do it, then I will save up to buy the stuff so that I can try doing it. And here we are, 3 months later. So guys, since we have a bunch of people in here, what is everyone's favorite thing to eat, or what are you making today for your meals? Doesn't have to be amazingly exciting. I mean, simple food is always the best food. Macaroni and sushi. Nice. That sounds so good. Tomatilla. Sofrito tacos. Guys, these are great things. But your favorite food is actually takoyaki? I think I have to write that down. Might have to make that for you one time. Orange chicken and lo mein. Wakandian. Oh wait, I made that for you before. Haha. Leftover half Subway sandwich from the fridge. Now that's what I'm talking about. Those are always good things. Okay, water's boiling. Let's get into these carrots. It's getting steamy. So like I said, these will take about 5 to 7 minutes to completely blanch. And the important thing here is just to have all your carrots cut the same size so that they cook at the same rate of time. We got our ice water on deck. Shouldn't really need our tongs here, but I will use this little strainer to get the carrots out. Chicken and waffles, Skippy. Such a good combo. Contagion. If you're having fancy feast with your cat, oh man. Chicken parm with sauteed onions, mushroom, and pepper. Chicken parm is for sure like one of my guilty pleasure meals. I haven't made it on stream yet, but for sure want to. You're the 400th follower? We did it, guys. Thank you. Fancy feast and beer. Now that's a combo. Okay, Pums, Winchester, Jenzeman, Blue Flag Ordnance, Lay This Tourist, John's Tech Channel, Never Was, Rainy Sunday, Ruseless. Seek Ruseless, you were the 400th. We did it. We did it. We're chilling, guys. This is awesome. What's up, Phil? What's up, Diablo? Rainy Sunday. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Let's give these a little stir. And I'm actually just going to refill my water bottle while we have some time. Don't want to get parched up in here. It's the important things for chefs. So always stay hydrated. It's true. You can kind of see how my cheeks are getting red. It's getting hot in here. beer equals hydrate. That's accurate too. Not right now though. Not right now. Brows are on fleek. Thanks, Mr. Preshy. I appreciate all of the love. The hard work always pays off, guys. Let me just tell you that. And Twitch is honestly an amazing outlet for me to be able to cook for people. Even though all of you guys can't taste it, you're still supporting me, and I'm sure at some point some of you will be able to taste my food. I would love to kind of travel and stream and cook with people as well, so we'll see how it goes. And let's show some love to all the mods up in here. Thanks, guys. You guys are killing it. Seriously. Most of you have been here since almost day one, so I really appreciate it. There's a fire! Hurry! Oh wait, it's just the carrots. First destination, your house. I knew you were gonna say it, but... I mean, I didn't even have to look, considering I have the screen right here. But you never know. There could have been something going on behind my second camera there. Delay is a bit worse. Okay, let me try and fool around with it. Maybe that helps a bit. Yeah, just throw water on the grease fire. Just light the place on fire. Don't do it, guys. Seriously. Let's get a little check on our carrots. So try and find one of the bigger pieces in here. That guy. And then, like last time, we're literally just going to take a bite out of it. It's perfect. So that's all done. We can shut that off. The carrots are tender on the outside, but there's still a little bit of crunch on the inside, which we need if we're going to toss it later on with glaze. We don't want them to fall apart and go mushy. This ain't your grandma's carrots. Okie dokes. So those can just chill aside now. We can pour the water out of the pan, because we are going to use the same pan to do our glaze in afterwards. So let's do that quickly. Go Garl. How are there more followers, or how are there more viewers than followers? Because I'm getting featured right now. Hopefully we get up there though. It's been awesome so far. So that pan can just be placed back onto the stove. And we'll use it later on for the rest of our veg. Bruh, I was trying to make ramen noodles and I almost burned my kitchen. Don't do it. Be careful. Okay, Armored. Okay, you got me there. But I mean, like, typically most grandmas would overcook their veg. But both of mine were great cooks as well. So maybe that's just some people. How many followers now? We should be able to hit 420, even though it's already past the time. Des, thanks. Thank you. Welcome in. Discord gets pretty lit sometimes. What are vegetables? I know a lot of people are not veggie eaters, but let's get into our potatoes. Get those prepped up. So you want about 2 pounds of potatoes, and this is gonna make around 8 portions. So what I typically do, so this is how my streams go, guys. I cook for 3 other people, so my boyfriend and my parents. And I usually cook 2 portions per person so that we can have a dinner and sit down and eat all together. And then everyone has a lunch for the next day as well, so that we're not kind of stuck looking through the fridge to kind of muster up whatever's left. And no one has to go out and pay like $20 for a cheap little lunch meal. And typically the portions that I serve don't cost more than around $8 per person for 1 portion. So keep that in mind, guys. Like, that is why cooking at home is so awesome. So hopefully I can teach you guys some stuff here and save you some money and get you back into cooking, because you should like it. It shouldn't be a chore. Food truck at TwitchCon. I know, that's what I'm talking about. It's been in my mind already. Grandpoo, you're a cook, so I get a sub regardless. Thank you. I know it's rough out there, hey? Okay, I'm gonna catch up on followers and then I'm gonna peel these potatoes real quick. Obviously, my hands are gonna get a little bit messy. Okay, K2RL, MacTB, Twister Jones, Grandpoo, Chocolate Macchiato, I love it. Whackbox. Emilio, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Elgrim. Shadowfu. That monkey guy. Febreze, Bearsplosion, and Pidar. Welcome in, guys. $8 per portion. I'm not joking, you guys. I mean, I'm not a huge math person, so I typically make my boyfriend cost them out afterwards because he was a chef for 15 years as well. And he did teach me a lot of stuff. Like, we cooked together for 4 years until we moved out here. And now he is taking on a different trade, and I'm trying to stay in the kitchen, but not cooking for hundreds of people per day. I know, Elvin, this is nutso. I never expected this. Blessed. That's all I can say right now. I will just accept all of this love as it comes. That's a lot of potatoes. Yeah. I might not need them all. We'll see. But like I said, I need to make enough for about 8 portions. But can I make sandwiches? Woman, go make me a sandwich. Honestly, I do love sandwiches. I am all for that. I've made a couple on stream already. Trist, thanks for the continued biddies, my man. You know it's appreciated. These are really sad potatoes too, by the way. Like, what happened to you? It's dying from the outside or from the inside. You're slow at peeling potatoes. What is the secret? So I always peel away from myself, and I do love these peelers. This is a Swiss Mar, but I believe Kuhn Rikon also makes them. And then this little nubby here is what helps take out the eyes of the potato. So you just kind of scoop it like that, and it comes out. But to be honest, I mean, yeah, it's just mostly practice. I don't know how many pounds or kilos of potatoes that I've peeled in my career. Obviously, this one is already peeled, so we'll use that up first. Which I'm pretty surprised that it didn't turn brown just being in the bag in the fridge, because typically potatoes like to oxidize right away. Oh my god, Killmonger. I'm happy you got that off of your chest. Yeah, we got a pupper in here. Come here, pupper. She does love carrots, so I always keep little snacks around for her. Good girl. Doggo is the best taste tester / vacuumer in here. She cannot be beat. Okay, what do I think? One more, or should I do two more? No more potato, please. Well, it's coming, so you will accept it. You want to hug Doggo so much? She loves hugs. I think she would love you, Tris. She'd give you lots of kisses. You had a cat that loved potato peels? That's wild. All right, Monty. We'll try and keep the swearing down to a minimum. I know my mods are doing the best that they can. But typically, this is a pretty clean channel, I would like to say. Okay, let me catch up here. Now that I'm done working for a little bit. I just saw the new sub, guys. Let's get some hype in chat. Burned out Mr. Franklin. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome into the squad. Feel free to use that onion wherever you want. LOL not has the followed. Lomas, Blonde Bombshell, I am Bose, Dendaha, Curd, Lord Jinx, Annabear, Axray, and Max. Welcome, guys. It's true lemon. You're the most wholesome. Let's get rid of these peels. We have 10 minutes left until we're checking the temp on our prime rib. And then we'll kind of adjust the oven temp and the timing after that, once we know what it's cooked to on the inside. Where is Mom? They're just out kind of finalizing stuff for the move in the next few days. Okay, so now we need our pot over here. So I'm just gonna put it in front of my board. And we're just gonna dice these up. It doesn't matter too much about the size, as long as they are all consistent. So obviously, the larger you cut it, the longer it's gonna take to boil, and the smaller you cut it, the shorter the amount of time. I usually like to go with a nice medium size cut. Yeah, Kate is everyone's mom now. Whatever you need, guys, I got you. What knife is this? Gunter. I have most of my gear that I use every day in the kitchen. Go to the bottom of my channel page and my Amazon gear is there. So most of my cooking equipment is linked there if you want to check it out further. And honestly, I just hope that you guys come back and chill with us again. I typically stream from Monday to Fridays, except for this week, sadly, for about 3 to 4 hours at a time. And I have not made the same thing twice in the last 3 months since I streamed. So we always do something different. Sackham with the sub. Thank you. Welcome in. The knife's intimidating. I mean, if you used it, you would love it. But yes, chefs need to have sharp knives. I'm glad you appreciate it. Okay, guys. We're coming up to 5 o'clock here, so anyone that is in here that has Amazon Prime, not sure if you know this, but you get a free Twitch sub once a month. So if you feel like you want to use that on me, I would be honored. I know a lot of people don't know that yet about the Twitch Prime subs. So it's always good to remind you. Let's get these into the pot because our board is getting full. Smiley pie. After she's done cooking, dark reality is what's for dessert. Little do you know, we already have dessert made, ready to go. I made up some strawberry rhubarb muffins with a nut streusel on top. And I actually volunteer at an organic farm here, which is exactly where I got the rhubarb from. So I volunteer there twice a week for about 3 hours a day, and I get to take home whatever fresh veggies from the farm. So that kind of pays off with me. I mean, I'm working for free, but I get to take home ingredients that I can cook with on stream. So that's pretty fun. And I've only been doing that for about a month now. Andrew with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Welcome to the squad. No way, spoon to eye. Amazon actually offers 50% off? That's amazing. Thanks for letting us know. And yes, my peeps, Discord. So that's where all of my recipes are. And eventually it is going to be made into sub only. So I would get in there while you can. And everything is in PDF, so it's super easy to print out if you ever want to cook for yourself at home. And then obviously you could also message me if you had any kind of cooking related questions as well. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm almost like your little private chef. What am I making? I am making a roast beef dinner. So the roast has been in for an hour and a half almost now. Prepping our potatoes for our mash. That's gonna get some Gruyere cheese into it. And then we have some honey and herb glazed carrots coming up as well. Any tips when using a knife? Obviously, you should always keep it sharp. And then the way that I like to hold this, let's do this real quick. So most knives are kind of balanced. It's gonna be hard to show this one, but usually the balance point is like right in the center here. And then to hold the knife, so put it in your hand like that. Obviously I'm left-handed, so this is kind of weird. This side is where your thumb should go, so it kind of grips like that. And then your other finger just goes underneath the blade right tight. And that's how you should hold a knife. And that way you're stable. Whereas most people go like this, and you can see right away just how rocky it is. So always keep that in mind. And I do go through quite a bit of knife skills. Like, I have no onions being cut today, but we will do that another day. I will have some chive chopping cutting up though. Should you get a whole block of knives? I mean, typically I would say no, just get a few key ones. So like this is one of my few key ones. I guess I could quickly grab my knife kit right now and show you guys. Just let me fill this pot with some cold water first. Otherwise the potatoes are gonna oxidize. And I will bring over the bag of goodies. The kit, as it's called. And yes, Omat, the meat will be shown in a sec here. Andrew with the sub, thank you. Seriously, guys. Yeah. Okay, so potatoes just covered with water. Might pour a little bit out still. Just enough to cover. Otherwise, they might fall apart if you put too much in there. And then we do need a spoonful of salt to go in as well. Hi. So we'll start those in about 15-ish minutes, guys. Still have to prep a couple things as well for the potatoes. Sounds good, Gimp. Thanks for the biddies. How often do I sharpen and hone my knives? I typically hone, which HPX is talking about this. This is called a steel. I typically do that either once a day or once every 2 days, depending on how much stuff I cut. And that way, I actually haven't brought this in to get sharpened in the last 3 years. So it's just stayed sharp because I've kept the edge on it. Okay guys, real quick, let's show the goods. And that was the roast timer going off. So let's just go through this real quick and then we'll carry on. I think you can kind of see everything. Okay, so let's start at the end over here. So this is one of my favorite knives. It does have to go in to get sharpened, which is why I haven't used it too much. This is a Japanese steel knife, handmade, hand forged. And this steel, if you don't wipe it off right away, it does rust. But this is called a nakiri. So it's a vegetable cleaver. And it has all those divots in it so that the veggies don't stick when you chop them. Next up, the kind of sword-looking knife. This is a scimitar, used mainly for butchery and stuff like that. Be very careful with it. I know it looks pretty intimidating. Obviously, this little guy is a cleaver. I got that from my grandma. It's not super sharp, so yes, this does have to go in to get sharpened as well. And this is a Henkel. This one over here, this is only a Victorinox. So not super expensive. I think it would run you about $40. And this, my first ever chef's knife. So this is a Henkel's. Super simple. And it has seen a lot of use in its time, and I'm never gonna give that away. It's like the Old Faithful. Next up is the boning knife. So I know a lot of my regulars have seen me use this a lot. It's great for breaking down chicken or really any kind of cuts of meats that you need to trim the fat off or anything like that. I think this knife is around $30 as well. Yeah, exactly, Godzilla. What is a makeup kit? I have a knife kit. This is my bread knife, Victorinox as well. Super durable. I mean, I've had this for over 7 years. This knife kit is what I used in culinary school. So 7 years ago is when I kind of made this little thing up. And then the other stuff on the end, a couple different kinds of paring knives, obviously a meat carving fork, and a set of shears, which are very, very handy for breaking down chicken as well if you don't want to cut it. And that's it, guys. That's the kit. But you should only need a chef's knife, maybe a boning knife, and a serrated knife, and a paring knife. Everything else is just play. And yes, Victorinox does make great stuff. Okay, Anye, thanks for staying, man. You guys did so good. Seriously, I didn't have to read any bad things in chat, so thank you for that. And I'm gonna leave the camera pointed down because we're gonna take the beef out right now. Oh, yeah. So that's definitely changed in color since last time we looked at it, hey? How much would that knife set cost? Minus the Japanese knife on the end, because that one alone is about 250 bucks. I would say the whole other kit would cost the same amount as the one knife. Is that bad? No. Okay, so this is this beautiful baby. It's leaking a bit on the sides, so that is why I'm going to temp it right now. We want the internal temp when it comes out of the oven to be around 125 Fahrenheit, which is medium rare. Okay, sounds good, Omat. And we want to insert this right in the center of the meat. So I think I'm just going to go all the way down. We are at 96 already. See if I push it in more. Okay, we're hovering around 90, which I think is good. So it should cook for about half an hour more. Slowly. And then we'll take it out to rest. And then if it's not brown enough at that point, then we can just quickly throw it under the broiler to get a little more color on the outside. So let's put this back in. We're not going to raise the oven temp or lower it at all. And I'm going to set a 20-minute timer, and then we'll check it at that point. Looking good so far, though. How long do I rest it for? 20 minutes for this size of meat. That way all the juices will stay inside. Have I seen a YouTube channel called June Kitchen? I haven't, Gunter. Let me write that down. I'm always down to find new people. You wonder, what is a weed baby? What's the internal temp of that bad baby? It was around 90 Fahrenheit. So we still have about 30 to 40 degrees left. But we don't want to heat it up too much, too fast. So that way it's just going to go like this. We want it to stay nice and relaxed and tender. Okay, let's follow up with our followers, and then we'll carry on with our mashed potato prep. So we need to grate some cheese, measure out the butter and the sour cream, and chop up our chives. And then around 5:15-ish, so pretty soon here, we will start boiling our potatoes as well. Flexer with the sub. You're back, man. Thank you so much. Welcome back in. Okay, Indulgent Human, Rainbow Canoe, Patrick, Kenneth, thank you for the sub on YouTube, as well as Ellie, 2WSX1QAZ, Oodsicle, Not Goob, Moose, Zardas, Dr. Toe, and Duncan, as well as Killer Jello just now. Welcome in, guys. It's great to have you all in here. Okay, follow up to the honing question. So what is the proper technique? I mean, I typically do around 5 and 5 on each side, but I think everyone kind of has their own way to do it. The only important thing there, HPX, is to know the angle of your knife blade. Because if you hone it wrong, then you're just going to take your edge off and you'll never get it back until you take it in to get it resharpened. So Japanese knives have a much different blade angle than the European knives, which a lot of people don't pay attention to. But they should tell you that stuff when you're buying the knife to begin with. So make sure you ask your questions as well. Smiley pie. I will gladly pay you Friday for a muffin today. I know, I still have another 12 to bake later on. Yeah, you have to fight for it. I've been clapped. Oh, God. Okay, let's get our cheese out. Let's grate some of that up. We are using La Gruyere. 15-degree angle is best. Yeah, I mean, that's a good medium to use. Gunter. It's not just you, so the stream is delayed, and that's going to be fixed the next time that I'm on. So all of my viewers that have watched me the last 3 months have dealt with this, and I feel so bad for them, but we're finally here. When I come back, hopefully it will be on Monday. Everything is going to work perfectly. There's going to be no delay at all. Sackham, gifting the sub to I've Been Clapped. Thank you. That's amazing. I might be stuck. Try it with the crushed. Or I just used it all.
You used all nice.
Maybe.
Oh.
Where did we put the grater?
Yeah. No.
Guys, searching for things right now because stuff is packed in boxes. Hilarious. Thanks, Gunter. I love that you guys are still chilling in here. Thank you. The grater has been located. No more missing persons. It's true. HPX was the one that helped with the sound. Love. Kylie was the host. Thanks, Kylie. Doggo's international favorite sound, wax paper. Because that means there's going to be cheese grated. Ding a dang dong, we're the champions. We did it. Okay, how much cheese? About half a cup. And Gruyere typically does have a rind on each side, which has already been cut off because I used this earlier. But keep that in mind, it usually has about a 1/4 inch that you have to cut off from each side. Otherwise it'll be like really waxy. Rush, you're still in here, my man. I wasn't sure if you went to bed. Thanks for being here so long. And yes, this cheese is stanky. And it's gonna go great with our mash and the beef. Yee, that looks like a good amount. Hey guys, let's cheese it up. You're going soon, Rush? Okay, no problem, dude. I mean, thanks for staying that whole time. It was amazing. I don't know what the top viewer count was, but I can go back and check. Le Gruyere, fresh from Costco. Elvin, how did you know? No thanks.
Some red with yours.
Okay, cheeses done. Doggo's going crazy for them. Right there. Next up, this is for you, Finsta. Some butter. Okay, Forest. Not as stanky as Fontina. That's true, Rook. I know, hey, but like, you gifted out so many. It was insane. It's okay, we still love you though. So here's the thing with mashed potatoes and butter. is you actually want the butter to be cold so that it melts in evenly, because if you melt this, it's gonna separate into the fat and dairy liquids, which means it's not gonna incorporate all at the same time. So a lot of people make that mistake and melt their butter first. Don't do it. The only thing you can heat up is the cream or milk if you're adding any. This is about half a cup, so I'm just gonna cube it up nice and small. You buy the Le Gruyere from Costco every week. Nice. Man, we have some stuff in common, hey? Death. You're still alive, man. This is the first I see of you. Oh, a green bean for dog. Good one, Yahtzee. She loves you. She says, thanks, Yahtzee. Thank you. Okay, so we don't need to go super small with the nubs here. And it is 5:23, so I'm gonna get that pot on for the potatoes. Get them boiling. Those will take about 15 minutes, I would say. And those are okay to sit for 15 minutes as well before you serve them. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Okay, next up, we just need to get our sour cream out. Obviously, I don't have to measure that up, so let's do chives next. Give those a little choppy chop for garnish. We'll just put them into this little bowl. Doggo's burning a hole in me, Trist? Yeah, like always. Nothing new here. And guys, these chives were fresh picked from the garden today. You had no time to chat? It's okay, Death. You guys were on point. Mod love. Okay, so nice fine mince here. And I always keep my thumb back from the blade and always keep your index finger on the blade. And that will kind of control the thickness of your cutting. And whatever stragglers there are at the end, you can just bunch them back up and give them another chop over. If you want to be picky like me about the presentation. Oh, my peeps. So I started watching the new Chef's Table on Netflix yesterday. The dessert one. First episode was so good, on like one of my favorite people, Christina Tosi, who made Milk Bar. I've been clapped. You got a star. That means you're special. Okay, that is all done. Let's quickly turn this pot on, and then I'm just gonna switch the view of the camera. Perfect. All right, Rush. Yeah, the chef's table is so good, guys. Of course you helped, Rush. I wish I could pay you back, honestly, man. You have a great night. Thanks for all the love. No way, Rook. You haven't seen Chef's Table? I think there's like 4 seasons now? Probably one of my all-time favorite shows. And I'm not exaggerating that. Finster, I love how full that cup is. Gmail, you saw Ugly Delicious? Nice, that's a good one too. Okay, all of our mash prep is done. Let's drain our carrots from the used to be ice water. That way those are good to go and glaze them later on in the stream. Trist, thanks for the bits, man. Okay, so what do we have left on our prep list? We started boiling the potatoes. You know what's next on the list is taste a muffin. I'm into that. I'm quite into that. Because after this, all we have to do is mash our potatoes, obviously take out the roast and let it rest. And then just quickly make our butter and honey glaze up in the pan and toss the veg in until they're warm. That's it. All of the initial prep is done. Tristan, are you asking me how I came across Twitch or Butt? Okay, Butt. Smiley pie. The ramen has disappeared into the belly. Yeah, Tris, like, I only found Twitch through Sam as well, which he watched people play Hearthstone before. And then we found Ninja, and then I found Jess, and that's how all of this has started. Muffin trial. It's true, guys. 3 minutes left on the roast. I think this one looks the best. Like, look at that nice little red piece of fruit in there. I think I'm just gonna take a quick photo before I demolish it. Sakam, this is your first cooking stream on Twitch? That's amazing. Well, thanks for the sub. I am honored. Gotta get that lighting for the gram, guys, if you're wondering. Yum. Maltal, you are very cute. Thank you. So are you? Even though I can't see you? Throw a muffin at Betty. Trist, are you trying to get my butt kicked? You can't go doing those things to Betty. Okay, first munch in, really good. Are you ready for the break? They're definitely moist. Yum. Okay, we'll give half to Betty and Frank. That looks good though, guys. Like Greek yogurt or sour cream, the best.
Muffins. This is first. Strawberry.
Bran, do it. Throw the muffin. Just lob it.
Both of you will get in trouble.
Frank's there too. Yep. He's home early today, Trist. Mmm.
Really good.
Betty says really good. Smiley, you think IRL will be the future of streaming? I think so too. I really do. Like, it's crazy to me still that I do this. Never imagined that this would be my career, cooking wise. That's too good, guys. It's like a muffin with crisp on top. You get that little crunchy, sugary nut streusel. Oh my God, Des.
That's a great story.
I know my family kind of just knows now when we go out to eat that no one can touch their plates until photos have been taken. Like, I am one of those people. Typically only when it's something like really, really nice. Oh, feeding frenzy. You missed it. Don't tell me you missed all the madness. Okay, let's get this one last bite. And then we shall move on with the boof. Mm-mm-mm. Friends, you missed it. Apparently I was up to like 2,500. Between 4 and 5. So it's been done for half an hour, but we still have 370 people. Yeah. Okay, that muffin though. I would eat that for breakfast, 100%.
I'd eat 6 of those for breakfast.
Frank said he'd eat 6.
I want to put butter on mine.
See, the roast smells different every time I take it out. So the first few times, it mostly just smelled like mustardy. But now it's actually starting to smell like caramelized. The Maillard reaction. The caramelization of the meat proteins and fat. We're at 585 followers. Amazing. Yeah, rockin' to Twitches. Let's get a quick little close-up, then we'll temp this again. But you can see the crust is coming out really nice. So what did I say earlier, guys? 125 to 135 Fahrenheit? Okay, we're up to 110. And it is 540. So we're almost there. About 15 degrees left. I don't want to turn up the oven anymore. So what did I set the timer for initially? 20 minutes the second time. Let's do another 8. And then I'll probably just broil this real quick to get it nice and crisp. And then we'll let it rest the remainder of the stream. And once your meat gets up to the higher temperatures as well, it will cook faster. Just pop it in the microwave. We've always joked about microwaving a cow in this stream. So Des, I think you found your home. Welcome in, man. Let's follow up with our newbies in here. Okay, Killer Jello, Van Gogh, Godzilla, Gunter, Revolve, AKR, Raven, Burnsy, Falcon, and Smiley Pie. Welcome in, guys. Optrix, I just saw you're in here. Oh, you're sick right now too? Butt is as well. Turn up the oven to 420. Never. Not right now, Trist. We'll turn it up to like 550 afterwards. No, it goes to 550.
Does it?
550. Thank you, but it's true. Also, if you just hover over my stream video, if a blue little badge pops up with the Prime thing, that means your sub or your Prime sub is ready to go. And if you so feel like using it on me, well then thank you very much. Yeah, 550, that's a spicy meatball. Has Frank ever had a Harley? No. Only victories? Only victories. Our tatties are almost boiling. Literally, our veg will take about 8 minutes to heat up. We just have to create our little glaze and then toss our veg in it to heat it back up. So, not too much left. Let's get some plates out. Mucinix and Ricola, what a combo. Yes. Heal yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Literally like 1 minute, guys. Chill it out. Dog's being crazy. It's true, but you gotta make yourself a rum hottie.
Or 6.
Right, Finster?
Yeah, for 6.
Rum hotties. Okay, I'm gonna take our muffins out of that pan, and while we're waiting, I'm gonna scoop in the next 12 or however many there is left while we're waiting. Oh, you don't drink, but you're not a boring straight edge person. There's a lot of people that are sober out there. Good for you. It's not a drink, it's medicine. Well, these will definitely get made again. Those are some lovely muffins.
That should get us through the next couple days.
Yeah. This will hold us over, guys. We'll be all right. The Tower of Muffs. Okay, so we need our paper liners. Finster U Garden.
There's more.
Yeah, I made double batch. Guys, always make a double batch of muffins. If you think 12 is enough, it's never enough. If you have to question it, well then always make more. Optrix. You hate gardening, but it doesn't hate you? Well, that's good. Got a little green thumb going on over there. Okay, we got about 30 seconds left until the roast comes out, and then we'll crank our oven up. So here is the batter that we mixed up first thing during the stream today. My spoon kind of fell in. Just keeping it clean. Oh God, the swearing is starting again. This is where we're at, guys. No heckin' swearing. What do you think you're doing? Hey, tatties are happy. Turn those down just a bit.
Yeah.
$5.50. Only on Thirsty Thursdays. Well, I guess we don't get one this week. They're making up for it. So fricadillas are out of the question. You guys are the best. Bobby Birdtree and watch out now with the follows. Welcome in still, you guys. Blessed. Everyone bless Frank. So we need to fill these about 2/3 full. I kind of pushed the limits last time, but they didn't go over. And I like the way that they look. We might only get 6 out of these ones. Oh, but I should mail you one. I mean, I'm sure I could make batch and freeze it and send it over. By the time it got to you, it would be all happy still. Okay, we might get one more out of this. I think so. That's why we're using our spatula. There's no wasted batter here. I'm good with that. Now we just have to top it with the streusel. I think the only thing I will do is kind of even these out, just so they can all bake at relatively the same amount of time. Looks better. Jello, you would like one muffin, please? Might be able to do something about that. These are gonna get loaded with streusel. Why did we save so much? We didn't know. Yum. Oh, cranberry walnut. That's a good pick too, Optrix. Yeah, it might have time to slowly ferment. It'd be a new muffin trend. These are just gonna be like crumble muffins. Done. Happiness. Lefty for life. It's true, Finster. Fiscal. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna just set these aside, and these will go in after the roast is resting. So we'll turn the oven back down to 350. And I feel like our potatoes are almost done. Give them a little poke. A couple of minutes left on those. So I'm gonna get my strainer ready, and then we'll make up our mash. I was going to use the ricer today for the mash, but I don't think there's gonna be enough time to go through the whole process, but this is a ricer. So you put the food in there and then it rices out really nice and thin. And that's how you get super, super fluffy potatoes. But we are just gonna use the masher. Fiscal, how was your day today? You ate raw dough and got sick. Be careful, Smiley. But it's true, raw cookie dough, hard to beat. Okay, I'm just gonna strain the potatoes. So I'll be at the sink and it's time to mash. Creme, sir. What was the voted meal this week by the top donator? I think Millie is still deciding. And plus there is no meal this week, Optrix. So this is the only stream of the week. Because we're moving the rest of the week. So there's going to be a new kitchen that I'm going to be streaming from next week. And also, before I strain the potatoes, I'm just going to put the roast in so it can broil up. And that shouldn't take very long. Literally the couple of minutes it takes me to strain. Done. It's getting steamy. Okay, so now that's just gonna get left there to sit. I don't know what's better. Looks like the light off is better there, hey? And then we'll carve it up last. Nice, Des. Keep cooking, man. So, like I said, first thing to go into the potatoes is our butter. Set yourself up for success. Aw, Optrix, you've grown used to the kitchen. I understand. So we're just gonna get kind of a rough mash to incorporate our butter a little bit. Don't want to make our potatoes gluey at all, guys. But I am okay with slightly lumpy mash. I'm okay with that. I'm not super picky. Sour cream. There's about a cup there. Bulksta. What do I do with the leftovers? So I always make 8 portions because there's 4 of us being fed. And then that way everyone has a lunch for the next day. So all of those leftovers get eaten within 24 hours, which is great because then nothing stays in the fridge and gets old. Oh, it was just the beef. Just that. Okay, so that's pretty much smooth. We don't want to overwork it too much. Let's put in our cheese now so it can get all melty. And then about half of our chives, and then we'll reserve the other half for garnishing afterwards.
Helicopter.
Steven with the sub on YouTube. Thank you. Yes, Helicopter, you are reading this. Welcome in, dude. Where are we at? Odessa with the follow. Welcome. Yeah, on YouTube though. Frankie Muniz lives in your area, Trist. So this is where the magic is gonna start to happen. Those cheese strings. It's getting real. Like if you're gonna make mashed potatoes, you should make it right. Don't skimp on the fats and the dairy. And there should be really no such thing as being vegan and having mashed potatoes. I don't know how that would work, guys. Because like this looks amazing. So let's give this a try. It probably needs salt and pepper. And then the last thing we have to do is just glaze up our veg. Yeah, Optrix, I was on the front page today for an hour. It was Twitch's way of doing like affiliate appreciation. And these potatoes definitely need salt. Which we are kind of running low on. You need some mashed potatoes in your life now.
Yeah.
You need Arby's in your life. Cheesy happy mash. Trist with the salt. Okay, last taste test, hopefully. Those are on point, guys. Okay, let's clean this up and we'll just put the lid on so it stays hot. And onto our veg. So we'll heat our pan on like medium-high heat just to melt the butter. And then we'll stir in the honey. Yum. Sour cream, so good. Lemon pepper in the potatoes too? I'm afraid not, sir. How much butter? That much. Maybe that much. Hey, Fiscal. How was your day today? Tristan, why are you hurt? What's happening, man? Why are you hurting? And then I suppose we can bring the beast over to the cutting board in front of me. And the knife has been taken out. Watch out, world. Okay, butter is melting. Put our herb honey in. So this has sage, thyme, and rosemary mixed in with honey. Ah. We'll let that caramelize for a couple of seconds before we throw in the veg. I've been clapped. A knife. Yeah, herb honey helicopter. Give that a little swirly swirl. Yum. And the fork, the carving fork. You're wondering what wine Mama is gonna pair with the meal. Well, lucky for you. You can still type it. This is the one. Road 13, Honest John's. This is a 2016 red. Made in Oliver, British Columbia. This is a Canadian wine. And we've had this before. It's really, really good with beef. Okay, so you can see our bubbles are starting to get bigger in the bottom of the pan. That means it's making the nice caramel that we want. Let's throw our veg in. Shouldn't take too long to heat up. And that, my friends, is a full pan. Cushion limits here always. And we're just going to toss that around until it's nicely coated. You could also put the lid on as well so it kind of steams. Rook, thanks for the biddies, man. Okay, let's get into this beast. Yeah, the meat is. Let's toss our veg again. It's sizzling now, so that's a good thing. Try and keep the food in the pan. What meat is this? This is a prime rib roast. Yeah, pretty much a very, very large steak. So first thing we have to do is cut our bones out, and then we can slice the roast up afterwards. If you want, you can leave a little bit of meat on there as well, and then keep the bones for a nice beef barley soup the next day. So that's totally up to you. And the juices are gonna start flowing. But just the look of that bone is happiness. So we'll just put that over there for now. Okay, that's slowly heating up. So let's carve this bad boy up. I do like rabbit optics. I like where your head is at. So you can go as thick or as thin as you want here, guys. But this should be an amazing mid-rare. So that, I believe, is perfection, my friends. And obviously it's going to be more rare towards the middle of the piece of meat. So there's our nice big chunk. There's our nice rib eye right there. I'm only gonna slice off one piece right now just for plating, just so it stays warm for my peeps to eat after. Okay, Chef de Partie is streaming as well right now. Yeah, you guys start looking for someone to raid, because that's what we're gonna be doing before we end. Okay, veg is good. First thing going onto the plate is our mashed potatoes. That way they can kind of soak up whatever meat juices go onto the plate. So a nice pile like that. Next, our veg. I always like to lay the green beans or anything long beside the mashed potatoes and not on top. And then you can put the carrots on the other side for some contrast. But plating on this is going to be very, very simple. We're not going fancy at all today.
Not fancy.
Not fancy. So that's where we're at so far. Thank you, Elvin. I'm glad you think it looks amazing. I'm probably going to put both of these pieces onto the plate. And so the way you want to lay it on, you still want to see a little bit of everything when you look at your plate. You don't just want to hide the mash and veg with the piece of meat. So let me just quickly get a photo of that, and then we'll taste test. Yeah, Sushi Day. Everyone go follow Sushi Day. She's another cooking streamer. Chef de partie is going to be the person that we raid. I'm in. So, first things first, obviously, the most important part. Let's get a piece of this meat. Cheers, guys. Super, super tender. Obviously, you can tell we didn't overcook it because all of the fat deposits are still in the piece of meat. And the mustard crust with the salt and pepper is just perfect. It complements the beef so, so well. Going in for a carrot. Nice light flavors. I mean, you still taste the carrot here. But obviously the sweetness of the honey and the little bit of herbs just bump it up that little extra. Beaner. I need to do a Julia Child's impression. Kate, I'll watch some videos from her. The bean is still crunchy. That's important, guys. It's not just mush in your mouth. And lastly, the tatties. Mm-hmm. Like all of that together in one mouthful. Unreal. I'm really happy with how the beef turned out though. 100%. That's a make again, for sure. And to have 240 people still in here watching me right now, thank you guys all so much for the love today. And I really hope that you come back, because we always do different stuff in here. And I know that a lot of my viewers have already learnt a lot from me doing this. Thank you, Rook. Okay, so we are going to go raid Chef de Partie. But real quick, before I'm out, thank you to all of my mods today. You guys seriously killed it. The chat was flowing. We had like a rare amount or a low amount of trolls in here, which was great. And I am so honored to be featured on the Twitch homepage. So I hope everyone is interested in joining our Discord as well. That's where every single recipe that I've made is posted. And it's in PDF. It's all typed up for you guys, ready to print. And my other social that is great is my YouTube. So all of my past videos are logged on there. I have about 80 now. And no meal is the same. So that's the good part. If you're struggling to find something to make on the weekend, feel free to hop on there and see what I made up. And lastly, my Instagram. So I post my meal there every single night of what we make on stream. And I hope that you guys will go and follow those things. That would mean a lot to me. Feeling all the love today. Let's finish up with our follows. And then we're going to hand it off to Chef de Partie. Big Steve with the follow. Rook, thank you for the biddies. And Apex Predator, welcome in. So guys, I won't see you now until next week. So hopefully on Monday, I will be back in the new place. I'll keep you guys updated both on Twitch and Discord. So stay tuned for that, and I hope everyone has a great weekend, and our move should go well. And the stream's gonna be a little different next time you're in. Let's just leave it there. You'll be here. Awesome, Des. That's amazing. Okay, guys. Everyone have a wonderful night. And yes, anyone that has Amazon Prime, if you didn't know, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free. That's the best part. And if you haven't yet, hit that follow button. Let's go raid Chef de Partie, another fellow Canadian streamer. Good night, guys. Feeling the love today. Oh, didn't type it right. We're going in. Let's do this. Squad is ready.
He's not gonna know what happened.
Yeah. He's gonna poop his pants a little bit. Cheers, my peeps.